Okay, so the Player's Choice promo has been out for a couple of days now, and we still do have a couple of days left with the promo. But this promo is coming off of the back of having two not so good promos when it comes to it, having the No Shave November promo and the Harvest promo. Now with those two promos, there were two like kind of major issues with those two promos, and that was kind of with the maths, basically like working out how much and what you could actually get, no money spent without spending any money. It didn't quite add up as to like what you were getting, because if you think about it, in those two promos, you weren't getting a ton of players. I didn't play both of them like fully to the max. Like the Harvest promo, I barely played at all. I maybe played one or two events, but the No Shave November promo, I played it a little bit here and there, and it was very hard to try and get up to that 87 overall master. Yes, I probably could have got up to at least one of them, but overall the maths didn't work. Yes, they were trying out new stuff with that promo, and I did a whole separate promo review of that one. But going on with this promo, it is looking like they're taking a step in the right direction. Now, when you first log on in and take a look at this promo for yourself, you're probably reminded of similar promos that we've had in the past, like Team of the Year last season, Highlight Reel last season, and this season as well. With the 75th anniversary, you have these different sections where you're trying to go for. In the 75th anniversary, we had different decades. You had 5 of them, trying to get different masters, but they have made some slight tweaks with this promo that I think actually make it a little bit better here and there, but there are still some negatives and some things that we could still work towards with these sort of promos. But what we have here is simply 6 different sections for different divisions, trying to grind through and get yourself a master. Now, what I really like with this promo is the absolute wide variety of getting different players, because there's pretty much 1 from each team, there's 2 from each position in every single division, I think, and then there's also loads of different players in lots of different positions and also lots of different playstyles, which I think is really nice. And you can get yourself at least 190 overall master and then a bunch of 88 overall masters as well as that, which I think is a really nice format to have in this sort of promo, because that gives you a very wide variety of players to get. There's no one complaining as to having not the right playstyle, not the right position, all of that stuff. And there's a lot of players that are big names in the game that you can try and get yourself. If you look towards trying and getting like your favorite players from your favorite team, then you can always do this with this promo, because we do have a player from every single team, which I think is a really nice concept to have. And I think it is executed pretty nicely in this sort of promo. Now, it does get a little bit confusing when it comes to actually going in for the first time. Like me, myself, I was a little bit confused with the different overalls, but it does sort of work, is that each of these players do have a 90 overall version of themselves, which you can try and get through the set. Now, that was a little bit confusing at the very first, but that's like minor. I could have probably looked into that a little bit more and maybe come to that conclusion. But going through, as you look at it, now the thing they did change here is when you trade in your 3 88 overall masters, you will get a 90 overall master, and then you also get an extra token. Now, this token over here, it makes a little bit of sense, but then it also doesn't really make a lot of sense. But as you think about it, you are going to get this choice return where you can then pick another 388 masters as to the ones you got back. Now, this does kind of make sense and does make it a little bit better, because if you think about it, say I put in Devin Booker, I put in Rudy Gobert, and I put in Anthony Davis, for example, into this set over here. And then out of this set, I took that 90 overall Devin Booker. Then I'm stuck with another token over here where I don't want to get Devin Booker again because I've already got the 90 overall version. So I can just simply pick another 3 random players from the different sets, and you can pick through any of the 30, I think it is 30 players you can try and get, which I think is a pretty nice thing, instead of having to just get back the masters you got in from that set over there. Now, what they did in previous sort of versions of this promo, because there were less players, you could simply just go in and it would just give you all of the 5 88 overall versions or low overall versions of the players, as well as the Grandmaster, and you can pick whichever one you want. It doesn't have to be the 3 you put in, it could be 3 completely different ones. And I think that's pretty good. With this promo, it sort of worked a little bit better having this extra set, just because there are the amount of players that we have. Like, there's a bunch of players you can get, so it would be pretty crowded when you're opening that pack to get the Grandmaster, and it is going to be crowded as it is with all of these 90 overall masters. So if you think about it, there's a bunch of 90 overall masters as well as the 88 overall masters. If you add them all together in one pack, it's not really going to be that good, and it does actually help with this set over here, but that's kind of like minor when it comes to the other stuff over there. But it is looking pretty nice. You had simple stuff in the store like we have with similar stuff to do with this sort of promo. One thing I think they could have maybe added, yes, we do have some player chance packs, but they are cash packs. Maybe if we got a 100k pack like this one over here that costs 500 cash, maybe you get that once a day you can just buy, instead of spending 500 cash for 5 of them a day. Maybe you could have a coin pack over there, and I'm still going to push for coin packs in the game. Yes, we always get these coin packs to get extra tokens and all of that stuff, which do help with the promo, don't get me wrong, but it would be nice to see if we could have maybe a couple of coin packs here and there that you could also use to get some chances of getting players, because players are the hardest thing to get with this promo. But I get you do have to kind of separate no money spent and pay to win and all of that stuff. But it is pretty nice to see with the store. It's similar stuff to what we've had previously with these sort of promos. Now, the one major downside that I can see with this promo is stamina, because if you think about it, that's a lot of stamina you're having to put in. Each of these events cost 75 stamina each, and that is probably the only drawback I can see pretty much with this promo. As it is, like, that is a huge amount of stamina you're gonna have to spend to play through every single event. Now, me personally, I've been playing through this promo a little bit, not as like intensely as I have done previously with other promos, like last season with the Totti promo. When that first came out, I was playing that quite a lot, but this promo I haven't played as much, but I have still been playing quite a good amount, and I reckon I probably would get a master by the end of it. But I've been playing it a little bit. I'm making sure I'm playing at least probably about 20 events every single day. That's definitely been doable for me because I've got 600 stamina it refills up to, and that's pretty much doable for me throughout the whole day. If I'm playing through it enough, I should be able to get my 20 events done. Now, for those of you who do want to play a little bit more events here and there, you can always use some stamina tricks, all of that stuff, get some extra stamina, use your stamina bottles, all of that stuff. But I do think the stamina cost of this event, it would have been better maybe to have it at about 50, because if you think about it, 20 events, if you wanted to play more than one different division over here, I think that'd be pretty nice if you could have it just a little bit less than 75 stamina. I think that would work pretty well. Now, we didn't have a leaderboard with this promo. It doesn't really work as well, as you've got different divisions over here. It might have worked a little bit if you had a certain amount of points, like you add up each different point you got from different divisions and you add that up and add it to a leaderboard. I don't know how complex that is. It sounds like it's pretty complex, and it would be a little bit difficult to work towards and trying to get up to that. But maybe that's something to add towards some of these types of promos. But I do think it's really nice them taking an idea that we've had previously and not just copy and pasting it like they did from the Totti promo to the highlight reel promo, and then finally to the 75th anniversary promo. That was pretty much just copy. This one is a lot different. Like, they have made a couple of changes here and there, but they kind of tweaked it in ways to make it fit with the style of it, with all of these different players, the new divisions, all of that stuff. And they have made slight tweaks here and there with different events. But I do think this is a really good step in the right direction after having two promos where the maths just didn't add up and you couldn't actually get a master, because we're coming in with this promo where you can actually get a master, no money spent, in my opinion. Like, I'm probably going to get a master, hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of the promo. And I haven't been playing a huge amount. Like, I haven't been playing over 20 events a day. I've been playing probably a little bit under 20 events, or about 20 events a day, which is right on track to probably get one of the masters, hopefully, if my luck is good and I get enough players to be able to get up to those sets, because I already have Devin Booker at the moment. There's still 6 days. I could probably get through and get another master. I've got the tokens needed and all of that stuff. So I think, in my opinion, this is kind of like a good step forward when it comes to these promos. Hopefully the Christmas promo is probably going to be the next promo that we get. Obviously, we do have a side promo going on at the moment. This promo will end, I think, on the 14th of December, which is right around the time we expect a Christmas promo to drop. And hopefully that's going to be a good one. I did ask you guys on my community post what you guys want to see in a Christmas promo. So I will link that community post in the comment section down below, so you can add to that, add your ideas and all of that stuff, because I will be looking to try and make a video on that, on the Christmas promo. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. But other than that, that is going to be it for this promo review. Let me know in the comment section down below whether you guys want to see more of these promo reviews. I know I put out a poll on my community tab asking you guys whether you want to see more of them. This is the second one I've done, but honestly, I think this is a really good step in the right direction. I think it's a good promo. It's a solid promo. It's getting me playing back into the game, and I'm sure it's got a lot of you actually going back into the game and playing through this promo, because it is a pretty nice promo when it comes to season 6. And that's going to be it for the video. But if you want to know exactly how you can get these masters and some extra tips and tricks to get them really quickly and for free, go check out this video in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.